Hi everyone. In our today's lecture, we are going to solve some examples from miscellaneous exercise 3 of our topic trigonometric functions. In previous lecture, we have solved so many examples on inverse trigonometric functions. Now, today we will solve some examples of uh, trigonometric function, some are of inverse trigonometric function. Also, there are some examples which are based on half angle formulae or Heron's formula. Let us see example number 1. In triangle ABC, if ABC are in AP, then prove that cot A by 2, cot B by 2, cot C by 2 are in AP. Okay, let us see the solution. Since ABC are given in arithmetic progression, since ABC are in AP, therefore A plus C upon 2, that is equal to B. In other way we can write A plus C is equal to twice B. Okay, it's very simple. From arithmetic progression we get this result. Now we have to prove these three, cot A, cot B and cot C are in AP. Now let us write that. To prove that cot A by 2, cot B by 2 and cot C by 2 are in AP. That is to prove that in similar way we can write, let us write the similar result in this form. So A means here cot A by 2, that is to prove that cot A by 2 plus C means cot C by 2 is equal to 2 times B means cot B by 2. That we have to prove. This is our first given result and we have to prove this second one. Okay. So let us start with LHS of this second result. So LHS of second is equal the same. Okay. Now you know the formulae, half angle formulae. Cot A by 2 is nothing but under root where small a, b, c are in AP, which are the sides of triangle ABC. Small e is side opposite to side BC. Length of side BC means opposite to angle A. B is side opposite to angle B and small c is side opposite to angle capital C. So here cot A by 2 is nothing but S into S minus A upon S minus B into S minus C. This is the formula for cot A by 2. Okay. Then for cot C by 2 plus, for cot C by 2 we have formula S into S minus C upon S minus B into S minus A. Okay. Now what to do here? Remember this S minus B, S minus C. Let us take here S minus A multiplying both by S minus A and S. So here is S minus A and here is S minus A. Again multiply denominator by S. So here we get S into S, that is S square. Similarly here is S minus C is absent at the denominator. So multiply numerator and denominator by s minus c. Then again multiplying numerator and denominator by s, here we get s square. So denominator is s into s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. The same here. So in both these terms, the denominator is same, that is the area of triangle. So we can write this as, or making now writing denominator once, that is area of triangle. Okay. At the numerator, if you take, here is s square under root, so out of this root remains s. Here s minus a is 2 times, means s minus a square, its root get cancelled, so s into s minus a. Second term similarly, s into s minus c plus s into s minus c. Is it okay? Now take s common, and area of triangle is the common denominator. Therefore, s is equal to, LHS is equal to s into s in bracket is s minus a plus s minus c, that is s plus s 2s minus a minus c. So we get 2s minus a minus c, and the denominator is area of triangle. It is equal to s into 2s is a plus b plus c, so putting that a plus b plus c minus a minus c upon area of triangle. So we get here a plus b plus c, cancelling a, c remains only b, so it is s into b upon area of triangle. This is our left hand side. Okay, let us call this as equation 3. Now RHS, or RHS of equation 2. Is equal to 2 times cot b by 2. 2 cot b by 2. Let us use the similar result for cot of b by 2. It will be 2 under root b by 2 is s into s minus b upon s minus a, s minus c. Once again, operate the similar steps here. Multiply numerator and denominator by s, so it becomes s square. Then multiply denominator and numerator by s minus b, so we get here s minus b square. That is equal to 2 into, here s and s minus b come outside, s and s minus b, and at the denominator it is area of triangle in the same. Now here observe the LHS side, here is s into b, means single s is there, so multiply this bracket s minus b by 2, so that we get here it is equal to s into 2s minus 2b upon area of triangle. Okay, similar result here we get 2s minus 2b. Now 2s is once again a plus b plus c, so put that, that is equal to s into a plus b plus c minus 2b whole divided by area of triangle. Okay, so it is equal to, now once again here one b get cancelled, remains a plus c, so s into a plus c minus b upon area of triangle. Now what is a plus c? At this stage a plus c, by first equation a plus c is nothing but twice b, so putting that we get it is equal to s into twice b, this twice b minus b upon area of triangle, and twice b minus b is nothing but the s into b upon area of triangle. and it is similar to result 3. So this one is result number suppose 4. So from third and fourth, this LHS and RHS are equal. So cot A by 2 plus cot C by 2 is equal to 2 times cot B by 2. Okay. So what to do once again? The given part is A, B, C are in AP. So A plus C upon 2 equal to B, that is A plus C equal to 12. Again, to prove that cot A by 2 plus cot B by 2 plus cot C by 2 are in AP means cot A by 2 plus cot C by 2 is twice cot B by 2. Take the LHS, use the formula for half angle formula for cotangent ratios. Just remember this, whatever term is absent at the denominator, multiply it to numerator and denominator so that you get area of triangle at the denominator of these both the terms. Take common that and just simplify, you will get this. Similarly, take RHS, use the same formula, operate the similar operation, and you will get the similar third result, that is fourth one. And during this second last step, apply this given equation, that is A plus C equal to twice B, you will get the equality of LHS and RHS. Okay. Now let us see second one. Now see the example number 2. If A cos square C by 2 plus C cos square A by 2 equal to 3B upon 2, then prove that ABC are in AP. In previous example, the given part is ABC are in AP. Now in this example, we have to prove that result. Let us see the given, or first write to prove that ABC are in AP. It means, that is, to prove that A plus C upon 2 equal to B, or in other words, once again, why is B is equal to A plus C. This result we have to prove. And the given equation is this. Let us start with that now. Now, since A into cos square C by 2 plus C into cos square A by 2, it is given thrice B upon 2. Let us multiply each term or both sides by 2. Therefore, we get A into 2 times cos square C by 2 plus C into 2 times cos square A by 2 is equal to 3B. Now this 2 times cos square C by 2 and 2 times cos square A by 2. We have formula, half angle formula, that is cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1, or cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. Let us use this formula here so that we get A into 2 cos square theta by 2, that is nothing but 1 plus cos theta, is 1 plus cos theta. Here theta is angle C. Okay, applying that formula here, plus C into 2 cos square A by 2. Similarly, we get cos A plus 1, or 1 plus cos A, that is equal to 3. Therefore, this multiplying A by A, we get A plus A cos C plus C plus C cos A is equal to 3. At this stage, we can use cosine rule 2 times here by cos A cos C, or if we connect these two terms, then by using projection rule, we get here directly B. Let us first solve by using cosine rule. Therefore, A plus C, this C I am writing here. Now A cos C, it is A into cos C is B square plus C square, sorry, a square plus b square minus c square upon twice ab. This c cos a is c into b square plus c square minus a square upon twice bc, and it is equal to thrice b. At this stage, this a here cc get cancelled. Now the denominator twice b is common for these two terms. So we get here a plus c plus a square plus b square minus c square plus this upon twice b. So a square plus b square minus c square plus b square plus c square minus a square upon twice b is equal to the right, that is 3b. Okay. Here denominator is same, that's why we have taken the addition of numerators. Again here a square and c square cancel, remains 2 times b square. Therefore a plus c plus b is 2b square upon 2b equal to 3. Once again 2 and 1 b get cancelled, remains here only b. Therefore you get a plus c plus b equal to thrice b. Take b to the right, therefore get a plus c is equal to twice b, and that is the required result. So from this result we can say that a, b, c are in AP. Okay. Let us see the another method. At this stage we can write this a cos c plus c cos a by projection rule. This is nothing but b, so a plus c plus b is equal to thrice b, and a plus c plus b is thrice b, it is the same result. Again taking this b to the right, we get a plus c is equal to twice b, and from that we can write a, b, c are in AP. Therefore in this example you can use either cosine rule or projection rule, so that you will get the required result of arithmetic progression of 3 numbers a, b, c. Okay, let us see the next third one. In third example, with usual notations we have to show that c square minus a square plus b square into tan a equal to a square minus b square plus c square into tan b equal to b square minus c square plus a square into tan c. Here 3 equalities are there, first one, second one and third one. We will find, or we will simplify this each term here. Let us see the simplification of first term. Here consider c square minus a square plus b square into tan a. Now it is equal. Tan a is nothing but sin a upon cos a. C square minus a square plus b square sin a upon cos a. We know sin rule. Sin a rule gives us sin a is equal to ak, because sin rule is a upon sin a equal to b upon sin b equal to c upon sin c is equal to actually capital T. That is the twice of radius of circumcircle of triangle ABC. Here we get a is equal to d, or we can take constant k also, k sin a, or instead of this d we can write constant as 1 upon k also. Any constant we can take here. Suppose constant is 1 upon k. Then at this stage we get sin A equal to AK, sin B is equal to BK, sin C is equal to CK. That constant also we can use. Therefore, I will use that sin A is equal to AK here. So it is equal to C square minus A square plus B square into AK upon cos A. You know cosine formula is that cos A is equal to B square plus C square minus A square upon twice BC. That upon twice BC becomes numerator, twice BC. I have written that denominator of the denominator as numerator. So twice BC is here. Now if you observe, then these two brackets are same, C square plus B square minus A square. So they get cancelled at this stage. Okay, so remains here K into A, B, C and with 2. So twice A, B, C and that constant whatever we have taken in sine root. So we get twice A, B, C, K. Now see the second one. Second is A square minus B square plus C square into tan B. A square minus B square plus C square into tan B, and it is equal to A square minus B square plus C square. Tan B means it is nothing but sin B upon cos B. It is equal to A square minus B square plus C square. Now sin B is BK upon cos B is C square plus A square minus B square upon twice AC. I am writing that twice CA or AC here. Okay. So once again this bracket get cancelled. Remains twice A, B, C, K. Similarly, let us find the value of third result. This third one. Now, consider or take B square minus C square plus A square out of bracket tan C. That tan C is nothing but sin C upon cos C. Once again, sin C is nothing but CK. So we get here B square minus C square plus A square into CK whole divided by cos C is C after C A square plus B square minus C square upon twice AB. I am writing that here twice A. So once again cancelling the bracket remains as usual K into ABC with 2. So each term has the value same twice ABCK or twice ABCK or twice KABC. So these equalities hold because of this common result. Okay. Now see example number 4. Show that tan inverse of 1 by 5 plus tan inverse of 1 by 7 plus tan inverse of 1 by 3 plus tan inverse of 1 by 8 equal to pi by 4. Let us see, take the left hand side. Since tan inverse of 1 by 5 plus tan inverse of 1 by 7 plus tan inverse of 1 by 3 plus tan inverse of 1 by 8. What is this? This is the LHS of the requirement. So we are starting with LHS. Now make here two parts. Means first take these two terms and then remaining two. It is equal. Applying formula for tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, where x and y both are here. All these four numbers are less than are positive, and the product of any two is less than 1. Here 1 by 5, 1 by 7, 1 by 3 and 1 by 8 all are positive. and product of 1 by 5 and 1 by 7, it is less than 1. Also, the product of 1 by 3 into 1 by 8, it is less than 1. Therefore, if xy greater than 0 and xy is less than 1, then tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. That is the formula. Okay. So let us apply this formula now so that we get LHS from first step. So LHS is equal to, for these two terms, let us apply this formula so that we get tan inverse of 1 by 5 plus 1 by 7 upon 1 minus 1 by 5 into 1 by 7. Similarly, applying the same formula for these two terms, we get tan inverse of 1 by 3 plus 1 by 8 divided by 1 minus their product. Okay. Now, just simplify. Here, tan inverse 1 by 5 plus 1 by 3, that is the 12 by 35. Divided by, this will be 35 minus 1, that is 34 by 35. Plus, in the second step, tan inverse of, this will be 8 plus 3, that is 11 by 24, whole divided by, this is 24 minus 1, that is 23 divided by 24. So numerators once again get cancelled here. That is equal to tan inverse of 12 by 34 plus tan inverse of 11 by 23. Now, instead of these 4 tangent inverse functions, we get now remaining 2 tangent inverse functions. Now, once again use the same formula for these two. We get here, that is equal to, apply the formula, that is tan inverse of 12 by 34, it is nothing but 6 by 17. We can write this by tan inverse of 6 by 17, but second one as it is 11 by 25. So it is 6 by 17 plus 11 by 23 all divided by 1 minus 6 by 17 into 11 by 20. Now it is equal to tan inverse of this 6 by 17 plus 11 by 23. It is nothing but 26 threes are nothing but 138 plus 17 into 11 is 187 divided by 23 into 17, that is 391 whole divided by, now here 23 into 17 is 391, 391 minus 66 divided by 391. So it is equal to, now 138 plus 187, that will be 325. So tan inverse of 325 upon 391 whole divided by 391 minus 66, it is again 325 upon 391. So both numerator and denominator are same, so it is equal to tan inverse of 1, and therefore it will be obviously pi by 4. That is the required RHS. Your calculations must be correct, and the last answer you must know that to the right there is pi by 4. So the last calculation will lead to 1. Okay, so if you get any mistake in these calculations, you will easily understood. If these two both numbers are not equal, then I think there will be some mistake. So check it, and once correct it, you will get the 1, and so the last RHS will be pi by 4. Okay, that is the fourth one. Now see the next example number 5. Let us see example number 5. Prove that tan inverse of root x equal to 1/2 cos inverse of 1 minus x upon 1 plus x if x belongs to close interval 0 to 1. This is very simple to prove, because if we use the formula for 2 tan inverse of x in terms of cos inverse, then we get the result within 2 steps. Let us see. Since we know that two tan inverse of x is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. So using this result, 2 tan inverse of x equal to cos inverse of this, we can write this one. Let us take this 2 to the left. Here, to prove that tan inverse of root x is equal to 1/2 cos inverse of 1 minus x upon 1 plus x. That is, take this to the left. That is to prove that 2 tan inverse of root x equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x upon 1 plus x. Let us take LHS. Therefore, LHS equal to 2 tan inverse of root x. 2 tan inverse of root x, instead of x, here is root x. So we get that is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus root x bracket square upon 1 plus x square means 1 plus root x bracket square, and it is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x upon 1 plus x. That is the required RHS of this result 1. Suppose this answer. Okay, so this one is very much easy. Applying this formula, we can directly write this one. Now see example number 6. Now this one is last example number 6. Show that tan inverse of root 1 plus x minus root 1 minus x upon root 1 plus x plus root 1 minus x equal to pi by 4 minus half of cos inverse of x, with the condition for that x, that is x is greater than or equal to 1 upon root 2 but less than or equal to 1. Let us take the LHS of this required result. So LHS is equal to the same. Now it is equal to, for this put x equal to, there is root, so we can put either x equal to cos theta or cos 2 theta. If you want answer in terms of theta, then you can put x equal to cos 2 theta. If you want angle in theta by 2, we can put x equal to theta also. So put x equal to cos 2 theta. If x equal to cos 2 theta, it implies 2 theta is equal to cos inverse of x. Okay, therefore, or that is theta is equal to half of cos inverse of x. This half of cos inverse x is here, so obviously we will get theta there. Now LHS equal to, therefore LHS equal to tan inverse of root 1 plus cos 2 theta minus root 1 minus cos 2 theta all divided by the same, that is root 1 plus cos 2 theta and plus root 1 minus cos 2 theta. So it is equal to tan inverse of, now 1 plus cos 2 theta, the formula for double angle formula cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. 2 cos square theta minus 1. Therefore 1 plus cos 2 theta, taking this 1 here, we get 1 plus cos 2 theta. It is equal to 2 cos square theta. Therefore 1 plus cos 2 theta is under root 2 cos square theta. Similarly, whenever negative sign is there, means 1 minus cos 2 theta, we get 2 sin square theta. Here at the denominator we get root 2 cos square theta plus root 2 sin square theta. From each term we can take common root 2, root 2, root 2, root 2. It will get cancelled. So it is equal to tan inverse of root 2 cos square theta. Again here is cos square is in root, so that root and square get cancelled, remains only cos theta. So tan inverse of, we get cos theta minus sin theta upon, here we get cos theta plus sin theta. Okay, taking root 2 common and cancel numerator and denominator. So we get this. Now divide each term by cos theta. We get tan inverse of dividing by cos theta, we get 1 minus sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So 1 minus tan theta upon 1 plus similar result tan theta. So it is equal to, now 1 is nothing but tan pi by 4. So substituting that there, tan pi by 4 minus tan theta all divided by 1 plus, here is 1 with this tan theta, that can be put as tan pi by 4 into tan theta. So it is equal to tan inverse of, now separating this, tan inverse of a minus b upon 1 plus ab, tan inverse of tan pi by 4 minus tan inverse of tan theta. So it is equal to, now tan inverse tan get cancelled, remains only pi by 4 first term, and last is tan inverse tan get cancelled, remains only theta. This theta is nothing but half of cos inverse of x. So we get it is equal to pi by 4 minus half of cos inverse of x, and that is the required RHS of this equation. That is pi by 4 minus half cos inverse of x. Okay, so this one is also easy. The most important thing to remember, what is to put here. So this step is very much important. You have to put that, remember that, put x equal to cos 2 theta, so that you get theta equal to half of cos inverse of x. So putting 1 plus cos 2 theta here, we get 1 plus cos, 1 minus cos, using the formulas for, and after simplification and once again divide this each by cos theta, so that we can convert it into tan. And again applying the formula, we get pi by 4 minus theta, but theta is the same, half cos inverse of x. Okay, so these are the remaining examples from miscellaneous 3.